Welcome everyone, today we're going back in time and a little bit ahead of time in fact to take a look at every Fortnite map version that has ever existed in the history of Fortnite. Going all the way back to Fortnite Season 0 and going through every minor change, we're going to reminisce and take a look at all of the map changes and we can decide which version of the map is our favorite. We're also going to be going ahead and having a sneaky peek into the future of the Fortnite map. If you're watching this right now and you've ever stepped foot on the Fortnite map, you've got to let me know by hitting that thumbs up button within the next 5 seconds. You cannot lie, I've already clicked like because I've obviously been in the Fortnite map. If you're new around here, click subscribe for an awesome surprise. A big thanks to Everyday Fortnite for putting this crazy detailed video together. Starting off at the beginning. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Who remembers all of the OG locations? The left side of the map only had three named locations. No one went to Flush Factory, but it was so good, all of those old places. We then saw a big change with new colors added. It looked more realistic. And of course, the left-hand side of the map filled with a load of new locations. I said it since the beginning though, this bottom left-hand corner was still very unequal and there wasn't really anything going on there, but right at the beginning, that's just how Fortnite looked. All of these huge map changes happened within literally a few months of Fortnite coming to the world, and at that point, we knew that the Fortnite map would evolve forever. The beginning of Chapter 3 really didn't see very much actually, only the addition of Lucky Landing right at the bottom. Probably Season 3, I'd say, was one of the slowest sort of updates and changes that we had to the world of Fortnite. But moving into Season 4, the giant meteor event, the huge meteor crevasse in the middle of the map. I don't know about actual maps, but I'd say for the actual season, it was my favorite Fortnite season. The whole progression of skins, the awesome battle pass, and of course the very first live rocket event. It was crazy. We got the addition of Risky Reels. Dusty Depot was changed to Dusty Divot, obviously. And then we saw the superhero and the super villain bases both be added. I love the superhero base, can't lie. Now, at this point in the season, we started to get mid-seasonal map changes. So in version 4.2 and 4.3, we saw slight changes to the world of the map as well. Most of them being revolved around the actual meteor location here, with actual greenery starting to grow, and for a very short period of time, the top of the map, and I believe it's linked in with the World Cup, actually saw a soccer stadium location being added in as well. Never returned, was only in there, I think, for a small period, yeah, literally, of Season 4, and then gone forever. Moving into Season 5, look at that, color has been added. We got a load of sandy locations with obviously the update of the giant desert. Anarchy Acres changed to Lazy Links, Moisty Mire becomes Paradise Palm, and Dusty Divot becomes fully overgrown with trees. This is when Fortnite really start to make things look pretty cool, pretty different, and even more map changes. Crazy to think that between Season 2 map and now was only about 5 or 6 months. Things were changing quick. We also obviously got the Viking Mountain. The Durburger head was added in. That was from part of like the teasers leading up to Season 5. And goodbye, Soccer Stadium. All in all, I think Season 5 was a really popular season and was a lot of fun. Lots of additional things added in. Birthday cakes all around the map. Risky Reels was also restored. Thank goodness. We all love Risky Reels. I mean, literally at this point, we're seeing pretty much weekly, if not bi-weekly map updates. Like, things just move so fast. Tomato Town, probably, I always ripped into Lockie for landing here because I thought it was just a terrible place to land. Completely renovated to Tomato Temple. I actually think that Tomato Temple is a really good spot. They did a great job with that one. Moving into even more of Season 5, Dusty Diner added to Dusty Divot. This became one of my favorite places to land at. I mean, I loved the divot ever since it was added, let's be real. And construction sites in Tilted were completed. Tilted always being that big thing. Will it get destroyed? Will it not? It was a huge question that people asked for ages. Moving into Season 6, let's not forget about the giant cube, ladies and gentlemen. The cube, which had started to roll around the map, was now leaving corrupted areas everywhere. Oh yeah, the haunted castle was added, cabins in Wailing Woods, and at some point, obviously, the secret area under there. I can't remember if that was actually in Season 6 or a little bit later on. And the Loot Lake Island was added in, which we all know started to move. This was a crazy time in Fortnite, and the cube really started to mix things up. Slight changes as we're moving throughout the beginning of Season 6. I miss all of these tiny little map changes. Every update, trying to work out what had been added. A racetrack was added with quad crashers. Who misses quad crashers, man? Oh, man, all of the moving vehicles were awesome. Now, at this point, all of the rune areas started to change a little bit. We actually had a live event which saw the explosion of the cube. So as we can see in the center of the map, the corrupted areas have grown back and are starting to be restored. And then in the middle, after that live event, the water area was actually an area you could land at. I loved landing just on the north side of it and then shooting everyone that was in the middle trying to grab loot. Wow, season 7. We've now got grass, we've got sand, and we've got ice added to the world of the map. A huge season with new POIs, Polar Peaks, Frosty Flights, Happy Hamlets, and the removal of Greasy Grove and Flush Factory. I don't think anyone cared about that too much. They were still there. They were just like under ice and buried away. People wanted Greasy Grove to return for ages, and as we know, it did in a certain way, but gone and covered by snow for a while. Zip lines were added, planes were added, a metal turtle was added? Really? Okay, I didn't even remember that. That's crazy. Moving towards the end of 2018, Fortnite's first full year, the block was added. I forgot about this. The block was an amazing place where community builds were added in. I think they should bring it back. It was so cool seeing all of the builds that were actually added throughout that as well. Now, moving into the Christmas period, the entire map was covered in snow, at least for the live event, for a very short period of time. Not sure what I thought of that. What did you guys think of that? And ultimately, the snow started to get pulled back until the map turned to a normal state. And Der Burger moved to Retail Row. I think that was a tiny little van. Ooh, fire starts to happen underneath. The snow is melting, cracks in the map, and Wailing Woods is burnt. I forgot about this. This is all leading up to the big next season, which is obviously the inclusion of the volcano. It's believed here that the Fire King that was locked away ultimately created the volcano, and all of these awesome new locations. I loved Lazy Lagoon, Sunny Steps. It was such a cool part of the map. Really fond memories of Season 8, actually. And I think we got the combat shotgun then as well, which is kind of crazy, but it was an awesome season. And obviously the addition of a jungle biome as well. Pirate camps added in throughout the map, and let's not forget the catapulting cannonball shooters as well. This is a really cool time within the Fortnite world. Pete's Pizza comes in to compete against Der Burgers in Retail Row, and throughout the season, even more map updates and slight little tweaks at this point. Extra floor to Der Burger, another Viking house in Snobby. Oh yeah, who remembers that all of the buildings at the Viking place started to take over all of the posh buildings on the west side of the map? I forgot about that. Whoa! Limited time mode. The entire map was covered in lava. This was really cool. I don't know if they brought it back for the Chapter 2 map yet. Let's not forget that with the live event, the volcano came and completely destroyed Tilted Towers. It eventually happened. Oh, Season 9, ladies and gentlemen. This was a huge one. Neo Tilted added in. Retail Row becomes Mega Mall. We've got air shoots all across the map, and the pressure plant takes over the volcano. Our Loot Lake got a few futuristic upgrades as well. This is probably the version of the map that most people remember, as we're getting towards a more completed version of the Chapter 1 map. This is a really cool new update. Hotspots with better loot. It was a great way to get people just all over the map, and Polar Peak started to melt, leading up to something huge within the world of Fortnite. But we'll talk about that soon. It's coming up. Polar Peak monster starts to escape. This is honestly my favorite part of the Fortnite map. All of the story that's linked in with the monster and the robot. It was so good. John Wick's house got an upgrade with the John Wick film coming out. More footsteps, and of course summertime upgrades around the map as well. And within Season 9, we saw arguably the greatest live event ever. The Monster vs. Robot event. I don't think that'll ever be topped. It was just insane. Moving on though, we're literally about to finish off the very first chapter. Season 10, ladies and gentlemen. It's a big one. As we know, we can now see the actual monster's body in bone form, and we started to get a load of OG locations, with the very first one being Dusty Depot and factories returning with the meteor frozen in the sky. Oh my gosh. It was the ultimate throwback to finish off this chapter. It was crazy. Tilted Town. Oh my gosh, loved it. Retail Row, Soccer Stadium. Everything started to change. It was insane. Oh, I forgot about Pandora, which was a crossover with Borderlands. That was amazing. They did so much map changes. Now, we got Greasy Grove, which was great. But Taco Time, I hate it. I don't know about you guys, but as a result, I just never went there. And also, to be honest with you, Prop Hunt on the map, just no. It was really bad in my opinion. But Dusty Depot and Tilted Town made up for it. Oh yeah, because it was all obviously controlled by Rift Zone. Starry Suburbs coming in as well, which actually introduced the legendary TAC SMG, you may remember. Rocket at Dusty Depot was complete, building up for the end of the very first chapter. Obviously now a lot more familiar with Chapter 2 map. Which one do you prefer, Chapter 1 or Chapter 2? Leave a comment down below to let me know. Technically, this map is actually a little bit bigger than the original map. And throughout the few seasons we've had so far, not huge changes. Really, all we got in Season 11, Chapter 2 Season 1, was a little bit of Halloween decoration, corrupted in the center for the Stormkin event, which is quite cool, can't lie. But really, the beginning of Chapter 2 saw almost no changes. It was a minimal. Snow version of the map, again, fairly cool. Stayed in there for a little bit longer than last time as well. Snow starts to go away, but really, apart from that, it was just the same map for a very long time. Moving obviously into what we're experiencing now, in the Chapter 2 Season 2 map, we got so many cool locations. Like, they actually did an insane job. 5 new points of interest, getting people to the edges of the map, and the agency basically turning into like the modern day equivalent Tilted with how many people go there. Such a good idea. And throughout this season, we've had some changes, more than last time, which is awesome. With obviously the shark changing to the prison shark, the rig got destroyed, and the yacht turning into Deadpool's yacht. All really cool changes. But what about the future? What's coming up next? Well, the Doomsday event, which is going to be happening live in literally just a few weeks' time, which will all be streamed on my main YouTube channel. We can expect the map to flood, believe it or not. Merle has put together this amazing concept for the map, which could see a load of it covered in water. It's gonna be crazy. Guys, let me know, what was your favorite map? Leave a comment down below. Check out more videos on screen here. I'm about to disappear in a second to quickly choose one. I'll see you over there. Hope you enjoyed.